Time. What purpose does the gentleman from Colorado rise?
For permission to address the House for 1 minute.
Without objection.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I rise today to recognize and mourn the 10-year anniversary of the Columbine High School tragedy in Littleton, Colorado. On April 20th, 1999, the people of Colorado and across our nation learned about the senseless act of violence which took 13 lives that day. My friend, Congressman Coffman, represents Columbine High School. I represent an area where many of the families attended Columbine High School. One of my daughters played soccer against a girl who was killed at Columbine. Our neighbors had a nephew who was killed at Columbine. It was a tragedy that affected our community deeply and affected this country deeply. But from a terrible tragedy such as that, with unspeakable evil and violence, we've seen the growth of a community, the coming back together of a community, and we've learned from the families of the victims of this terrible violence. There's a memorial now built to the honor of the victims at Clement Park, near where I live, and it serves as a reminder of the loss, but also of the growth we can develop from that point on. It was a terrible day in Colorado 10 years ago, but if you take a look at the people who have risen from those ashes, so to speak, we have 5 kids who attended Columbine that year who are now teachers at the high school. There is growth in this country. We deal with evil from time to time, but when we come back together, we are a stronger nation for it. I know my community is stronger for the terrible tragedy that we suffered 10 years ago. And with that, Mr. Speaker, I yield back.
Gentleman yields back the balance of his time. What purpose